Okay, hi everyone, it's Koinzell here. So today we're going to talk about the Hadum content release history in Taiwan, so that this can give you guys an idea of what to expect in terms of all the Hadum related content. So first off, on the 48th update in Taiwan server, we got the Hadum release. I put it as a number of the number of the updates so that you guys know how many updates later that you got each of the content. Because right now Taiwan is back to weekly, but you guys are still on fortnightly, so that's why I didn't want to put the date in. Alright, this was based on weekly update, by the way. Okay, so the very first one is the Hadum release, which you guys will be getting soon in the week. I think the update on 29th September. Yeah. So I will definitely do a more detailed look into that later, including the patch notes for the Taiwan when Hadum was first released. And you'll see right off the first Hadum update, you be getting Black Sun. So Black Sun, I'll definitely do a separate video on that. There's quite a bit to touch on Black Sun actually. Okay, and you'll see 4 updates later, you get Hadum gear. Okay. After that, there's so many updates as you can see here. So first off, let's talk about the 54th update, which is right after the Hadum gear. You get Hadum Tower Trials, as well as a new Hadum zone called the Hadum California Capital, where there's a storyline quest for it as well. Okay, and 5 updates later, there's Hadum World Boss and the Hadum Knowledge Collection concept, the one where for each of the regions, the more Hadum knowledge you get, the more CP you get based on certain milestones that you achieved. So I actually showed that in my Hadum Guide 1 video, so I'll put a link to the top right corner. You guys can check that out. Okay, and 2 updates after, at the 61st update, you get the Hadum World Merchant, which is the 2nd anniversary merchant. If you guys have been watching my video, this is the 2nd anniversary merchant where in less than a minute the grand prize all got swept away. Oh, and also 11 skills. The 11 skills for all the classes were actually released on the 68th first update, which was back on 31st October 2019, which like as people have asking me, people has been asking me, right? 11 skill, right? We actually got it very late. It was late last year. Yeah. So you guys gotta be patient on that. Okay. They probably focus on giving you new classes first. Okay, and 2 updates after that, you get the dynamic CP zones, the one where the CP of the mobs are based on the player ranking. Black Sun ranking system and rewards are given the 64th update. Now, for you guys, you might get this Black Sun ranking system and rewards right off the bat here together with Black Sun. It's something that I can see them doing because the only reason it came later was, how should I put it? To give more content and more variety and more motivation to play Black Sun, right? Although there may be a reason they follow the same schedule, which is number 1, to keep that same motivation boost, and also to balance out the chaos crystals. Because if they give you ranking system right off the bat, it's going to be much easier to get chaos crystals and pump up your stone balance or rift stone. So they might do it separately as well. You'll see that the update, there's another huge gap between this Hadum update and the next Hadum update, because in between here we are getting other updates like classes, the Grand Desert as well. So 70th update, you get the new Hadum formal zone, which is the Valia village itself. There's actually a Hadum mode of it. And the mobs, I think the CP was like 17k or 20k. Yeah, 17k, yeah. So then you have Hadum Boss Rush, 72nd update, 2 updates. So you see Hadum Boss Rush is actually quite late compared to the first time that you get the compared to the first time that you get the Hardwood Release. It's actually a whole 12 plus 12, 24 updates, which is 24 weeks. Number of months is like 6 months. That's a huge difference, 6 months. For you guys, if it's fortnightly, then it will be 1 year. my god. So probably it won't be so late for you guys. I would think that they will still keep it within the 6 months. Because with the fortnightly update, what happened is that you just squeeze 2 weeks worth of updates into one, right? So I think it's still okay. So probably about 6 months later, you get Hadum Boss Rush, maybe earlier. The most important content update for Hadum will be Hadum Nightmare. That's the 73rd update. And Hadum Nightmare itself, why I say it's the most important one is because it's a tremendous SP boost. Even for us right now, Hadum Nightmare still remains as the one with the highest SP boost, highest SP map. But most people are still farming the chaos zones because of the chaos materials that we can get for silver, etc. Okay, now this is it for the list of updates for Hadum. Obviously, I'm going to do an in-depth video for each of them. When I get the time, I'll talk about all these content update. Okay. But first off, let's talk about the Hardwood release itself, the very first one. Okay, so this is the Taiwan content update patch notes that we got when we first got the Hardwood release. So the most important factor is obviously this Holy Light Protection, which is your Hadum Holy Potion here. Okay, that's the most important thing. And you see at the very beginning when you go into Hadum, right? It's actually very simple. You only have these 4 types of items: the Chaos Crystal, the XP Scrolls. If I'm not wrong, it's 50 million XP per scroll. Then this is the Hadum Dark Currency, and then you have the Corrupted Statues, which sell for the same amount as the normal statues anyway, the golden statues. Okay, so I'll talk more in depth about this soon. Now, these are all texts just to tell you about like the Hadum knowledge, etc., which actually I've covered in my Hadum Guide 1 video, so remember check that out if you haven't already. This is just saying that you need to clear the media main storyline quest in order to start the Hadum quest and eventually go into Hadum. So that's very important. Make sure that you do clear your main quest if you're someone who has not cleared your main quest to date. Stone of Balance. I briefly introduced this in the Hadum guide, and I'll do a more detailed one sometime soon. So for this, right, this is very straightforward. Where when it was first released, there's only the Chaos Crystal here. There is no Sun Crystal. There isn't also the Red Crystal that immediately gives a full level before level 100. That will be introduced much later. In fact, it was introduced after most of the paying players or the Dolphin of the Wheels, right, have already went beyond level 100. And then they released this to help the F2P players to catch up their Red Crystal, where you get it from the field drop from farming, and once you get that, it's a 100% SP boost. So it's very similar to that crystal that they introduced for you guys. It gives you a full enhancement level. Okay, this is just talking about the SP scroll at level 60. You can use only characters level 60 and above can use that scroll. And then you have the Black Spirit Quest. So I'll do a separate video on that. This video I just want to focus on the timeline. Oh, but for the first release itself, there is also the Black Currency Shop, the Hadum Currency Shop, where you can basically use your Hadum currency to exchange for all the different type of World Boss fragments. Alright. What else? Okay, this is just like this is just telling you that you can still go into arena, etc. So nothing much. This is where we got Camp Manager, by the way. That's why I told you guys we got Camp Manager very late, but you guys got it very early. Alright, so I will do separate videos on the Hadum Potion, how you should prepare and manage it, and how is the consumption rate like in future. I'll do one on the Stone of Balance, just a very quick one, and also on your Black Spirit Quest. I'll see if I can fit all into one video. Alright, so this is it for the Hadum content release history. So a quick recap, just go back to that. Okay, so a quick recap at the release, right? Basically, First update, Hardwood Release. Second one, Black Sun. After that, you have Hadum Gear, Hadum Tower of Trials. Then Hadum World Boss comes quite late. It's almost 11 updates after, along with the Hadum Knowledge Collection. Now, Hadum Knowledge Collection, it may be possible that they give it to you right off the bat for the very first Hadum update. That really depends. And then you have the Hadum World Merchant, Dynamic CP Zones, Black Sun Ranking, and Hadum Boss Rush is actually quite late, along with Hadum Nightmare is also very late as well. Alright, so take note of that, guys. This is more or less the chronological order of how they'll be releasing the Hadum contents. Of course, they may mix and match or bring forward some content earlier, but this is the general gist of it. Some things they can't really bring forward, like for example Hadum Boss Rush. They can't bring forward until most of the players have already finished clearing all the level 99 boss rushes for Alien Boss Rush. Yeah. Alright. So thanks everyone for watching. I'll see you guys next video. Bye.